Hi, welcome to Dragon's Cave, or welcome back if you've been here before. I got these new molds from Temu. I'm going to give these a go today. What I'm going to do, I've got my resin mixed up already. It's a little bit bubbly because it was cold here last night. I have warmed it up on the heat mat, but still, I don't know if you can see micro bubbles. Don't think that's going to matter too much. What I'm going to do is, because my resin is not deep pour, I'm actually going to use filler. So I'm using this decorative gravel and this one, because I don't have a fine one in blue, which I want to use. So, I mean, this serves dual purpose. Firstly, it means I can pour a lot deeper than I would without the filler, but it also means that I save a fortune on resin. So let's see how we get on. I'm not going to put too much in to begin with. I am going to colour the resin with mica as well, so the stones hopefully don't show too much. I'm going to split this down. Do want to try if I can to keep a little back, because I've got something else on the side that needs topping up. Always got something else on the go. So start with the colours. So obviously I'm going to use, where are we, pink and blue mica powder. I'm going to move these to the side a little bit so that you can see a bit better here. Okay. Here we go, lollipop sticks. Give that a quick squirt with some alcohol. Try and break some of the bubbles. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. Let's see how that gets on. Probably going to have to put a little more mica powder in, but it'll be a good start. It's actually a very pretty colour. Obviously it'll change when I put the stones into it, but I think that'll actually be dark enough. And then the blue. Ooh, fluff on my stick. Pop that one to one side and get another one. Try this. So what I will often do when I'm mixing mica is I'll mix the powder in with some alcohol and then pour the resin into that later. I find you get less unmixed mica that way. Don't really like having to stir this so much when there's already bubbles in it, and obviously adding the stones is going to produce more bubbles. So, yeah, I think that'll do. Okay, where am I? So the other thing I like to do is to actually add the stones to the resin rather than the other way around. I do find it's easier to get them mixed with less air in. Start with that. Start mixing it and then I'll let the bubbles rise. Yeah, I'm going to need quite a lot more stone in there. Hope the scratchy noise isn't too much of a pain. Hopefully my microphone is still working. I do find that when I start the video, sometimes I do forget to switch my microphone back on and it doesn't necessarily do it automatically. Okay, I'll let that one settle for a minute get some bubbles out. I'll pop some stones in the blue one. The bubbles are rising quite well. Just going to give it a quick squirt of some alcohol. Same with the blue one. I'm going to pop some more stones in there because it's not quite full enough. Otherwise, what will happen is you'll get a kind of like a layer of resin at the top, and it won't exactly look the same. So it needs to be quite thick. I may have overdone that a little bit, but let's give it a minute, let it settle down. What I don't want is to kind of have a defined line where the stones on the resin have separated too much. I don't think this one needs an awful lot more. It's done a good job of getting the bubbles out. Okay, I think we're ready to roll. I'm going to start with this one. I think gloopy is a good word for this. I think one of the benefits of this fine gravel is that it's less likely to scratch your moulds, because I'm going to give it a bit of a squish. Make sure there's no air bubbles caught in the bottom here. I can already see quite a few down there. Oh, actually, that's done pretty well. Yeah, I thought I probably had made up far too much, and I very clearly have. But that's okay. It won't get wasted. I do sort of wish that I'd bought more than one of the child moulds, because if somebody wants, say for example, 2 or 3 children in the set, I'm not going to be able to colour match, because you probably know, even if your measurements seem to be spot on, it's really difficult to get the same colour twice with resin. And since I kind of wing everything anyway and I don't really measure, that's even more of a pain. I'm just going to check that mould for bubbles again. Make sure there's no trapped in there. Everything looks okay. I can't really ship the mould to show you, unfortunately, because I'll end up with resin all over the table again. Just going to let that one settle, let the air bubbles come to the top while I start filling the small one. Just really hoping I don't run out of memory on my phone. Squish that a bit. Yeah, there's absolutely loads because this, I think most of the liquid went into the first mould, but can you see that there are some air bubbles there, but we'll get them. If you tap it, you find that the resin will actually move and rise to the top, and it'll help the bubbles escape. Put a little more in that one. Let that settle while I top this one off. Okay, so I'm going to let those two settle while I do start the blue one. I need to move these because I can't really move the camera without knocking everything over. Where's my... I try to get that off before it sticks. This one is going to be slightly more difficult because the stones are bigger. I don't really want to scratch the inside of the mould when I try and get the bubbles out. We'll start with that. Okay, actually there are very few bubbles in there anyway, which I'm very pleased about. Okay, I'll get these topped up and finished off, and I'll see you for the demold. Hi guys, back again, ready for the demold on the family of thinkers. This one's so cute. I believe these were actually candle molds on Temu, but let's give it a go. Trying to keep this in camera shot, but oh my goodness, these are not easy. Try a bit of alcohol in there. There you go, you can see the broken seal between the mould and the resin. So hopefully that will come out quite easily now. Don't really want to have to go and get my husband to help. Oh, here we go. Snow maybe. Yay. That's really pretty. I don't know how well you can see that. Got a few air bubbles, particularly inside here. Feels a little bit on the sticky side. Yeah, I got a few more bubbles around here. But honestly, considering that there's a lot of filler in there, I'm actually very pleased with that. There's a couple of little bubbles here. I'll fill those with UV. The mould isn't quite as shiny as I'd hoped, but it's not bad. Okay, let's get going on this one. This might be a bit easier, obviously, because the head is smaller than the rest. I might not have to resort to alcohol, but yeah, I think I will. You can see how easily it comes away from the mould once the alcohol has broken the seal. I do use quite a lot of alcohol, but honestly, it's really not that good for your mould. So if you can use soapy water instead, that would be better. There we go. Yeah, that's actually really nice. Again, a few air bubbles, but not actually that bad. Up and down there. Let's get the last one out. Oh, it's going to go with the alcohol at the beginning rather than fight my way through it. That's the seal broken all the way around. Over the shoulders, and I have left this slightly more than 24 hours. So I don't want to damage and break the head off. Really does not want to come out. There we go. And again, we've got a few air bubbles here and there, mostly down here. Yeah, I think it's come out really well. Just going to wipe that alcohol off. I'll get some photos, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.